September 2025. In the Horn of Africa, the winds of change are stirring. Somaliland, a self-declared republic unrecognized for over 3 decades, now finds itself at the center of global headlines. This week, Somaliland's president, Muse Bihi Abdi, made a bold statement. After high-level talks with former U.S. President Donald Trump and senior American defense officials, he believes international recognition is finally on the horizon. For Somaliland, this is a historic moment. Since 1991, it has operated with its own government, currency, and military, yet the world has refused to acknowledge its independence until now, perhaps. President Bihi's announcement follows a series of closed-door meetings in Washington. Sources say the U.S. is reconsidering its long-standing One Somalia policy, opening the door for Somaliland to gain legitimacy by 2028. But recognition is not the only issue drawing global attention. In a controversial move, the United States and Israel have proposed relocating Palestinians displaced by the Gaza conflict to African nations, including Somaliland, Somalia, and Sudan. The plan has ignited outrage across the Arab world and Africa. Critics warn it risks solving one crisis by creating another, placing refugees in countries already facing instability and economic hardship. For Somaliland, the stakes are high. Accepting Palestinian refugees could bring international support and aid, but it could also trigger new political and security challenges at home. Somaliland's leaders now face a dilemma: pursue long-awaited recognition and closer ties with the United States, or risk internal unrest and regional backlash by participating in the refugee plan. As one analyst put it, every step toward recognition comes with a price. Somaliland must decide if it's ready to pay it. The world is watching. Somaliland stands at a crossroads between the promise of legitimacy and the weight of new responsibilities. Flags wave, maps redraw, and history waits. Will Somaliland finally be recognized as a nation, or will new global pressures make its journey even more difficult? Smooth fades, map animations, text highlights, only flags, maps, silhouettes, and abstract visuals throughout. Somaliland President's statement: recognition is on the horizon after talks with Trump and U.S. officials. 1. U.S. and Israel plan relocating Palestinians to Africa, Somaliland, Somalia, Sudan. Ani Sif Sirnan script narration English Kofi Sira. Video key Irati flags, maps, text animations, silhouettes, abstract visuals Fayadamu Dandisa, Sababni Isas Ati Dura Jete. No people faces, no cities. Full video script, 9 minutes. September 2025. In the Horn of Africa, a small but determined nation is making headlines again. Somaliland, a self-declared state that has sought independence for more than 3 decades, is now at the center of 2 global debates: international recognition and the resettlement of refugees. Part 1. Somaliland's long struggle for recognition. 2 minutes. For 34 years, Somaliland has claimed independence from Somalia. Despite having its own government, currency, army, and functioning democracy, no country officially recognizes it as a sovereign state. But now, President Muse Bihi Abdi says recognition is closer than ever. In a recent statement, he revealed that after meetings with former U.S. President Donald Trump and senior defense officials, Washington may finally consider changing its long-standing One Somalia policy. If true, this could open the door for Somaliland to achieve international legitimacy by 2028. For the people of Somaliland, it would mark the end of decades of diplomatic isolation. Part 2. Regional importance of Somaliland. 1.5 minutes. Why does Somaliland matter so much? Its strategic location along the Gulf of Aden makes it a vital gateway between Africa and the Middle East. With shipping lanes, ports, and natural resources, Somaliland is seen as a valuable ally for security and trade. For years, the United States, the United Kingdom, and the European Union have quietly cooperated with Somaliland, even without official recognition. Part 3. The controversial refugee plan. 2.5 minutes. But recognition is not the only issue drawing attention. In recent months, reports revealed that the United States and Israel have approached Somaliland, Somalia, and Sudan with a controversial proposal to host Palestinians displaced by the Gaza conflict. The plan sparked outrage across the Arab world and in Africa. Critics say it attempts to solve one crisis by creating another, forcing refugees into countries already facing instability and economic challenges. For Somaliland, the idea is especially complex. Accepting Palestinian refugees could bring international support and aid, but it could also create new political and security risks. Part 4. Somaliland's dilemma. 1.5 minutes. This leaves Somaliland in a delicate position. On one hand, its leaders want international recognition, stronger ties with the United States, and global partnerships. On the other hand, being part of a refugee plan tied to Gaza could provoke new conflicts at home and in the wider region. As one Somaliland analyst put it, every step toward recognition comes with a price. The question is whether Somaliland is ready to pay it. Part 5. The Bigger Picture, 1.5 minutes. The developments of 2025 highlight Somaliland's unique reality. It acts like a country, governs like a country, and fights to be treated like one. Yet the world remains divided over whether to officially recognize it. Meanwhile, global powers see Somaliland not just as a nation seeking independence, but as a key player in regional security, trade, and geopolitics. Closing scene reflection, 1 minute. Recognition, refugees, and responsibility. Somaliland now stands at a crossroads. Will it gain the legitimacy it has fought for since 1991, or will new global pressures make its journey even more difficult? As the world watches, the people of Somaliland continue to wave their flag with pride, waiting for the day their nation is finally recognized. Visuals. Somaliland flag waving slowly, fade to black, text on screen. Somaliland divided between recognition and responsibility, September 2025. Style and tone suggestions, background music. Documentary news tone, dramatic but not too heavy. Transitions, smooth fades, map animations, text highlights, visuals, flags, maps, silhouettes, protest signs, text overlays, no real people's faces or city footage.